Hello, my name is Kendrick Abrego, and welcome to my TED Talk. Now, most of us learn about climate change during our early education years, but after that, we don't see it too often in our lives. In reality, climate change is always there, always present in a daily basis. Now, the question is, why are we not stopping it yet? Well, since we are young, most of us think that we're going to be what we're going to be when we're older, what will happen in the future, and how will we get there. And climate action is the only way to change our future for good. We want to provide our loved ones a better place. We want to have a good impact on the future generations to come. So it is of incredible importance to act now, since we are running out of time. We have to create new options and implement new solutions to finally end this worldwide problematic. Now, you may ask, how much time is it going to take? Well, obviously, it's going to be a long process. We have ignored this problematic for years, for a lot of time, and we're at the peak of its damage. So, if we combine all our efforts, we might do it just in time. And it's an approximate that will take us more like 3 or 4 years to change and finally end global warming if we take drastic measures. So now, without major action, we might not reduce the emissions of carbon gases, and the global temperature will rise each year, each month, etc. So it's important to actually do the changes now and not in the future. Now, the importance is to recognize our error, that we are too late. But that's why it needs to be our priority. We need to come together as humanity to actually change our planet for good. Now, when we grow up to an age where we develop reasoning, we begin to understand the most complex details about our daily life, which one of the most important is that everything has a cost. A toy you want to buy, a meal at a restaurant, and even your education. Now, the question is, what's the cost of the process? What will it cost to us to finally end this problematic? Well, there is an estimate, and it doesn't sound good. The ONU estimates that the price to actually implement solutions and do a change is $300 billion and $50 trillion over the next 2 decades if we succeed. Well, you might ask, why such a massive range between prices? The thing is, experts disagree on how to stop climate change. They haven't decided what solutions, what path to follow, so there's this wide range of 300 billion and 50 trillion. So we need to get our heads deep into the stone and finally find the perfect solution that will cost us less and that will join us in an effort to finally fight it. Well, after that, things in life always change, for better or for worse. And as we grow, we learn that change is something we will encounter most of our lives. And to reach a goal or dreams, things in our lifestyle must change. And obviously, we cannot change the world without changing ourselves first. This will not only include individual change, because we know that individual change has been taught since we're in preschool. We need to reutilize materials, we need to save water, etc. But the thing is, most citizens do their part, but the government doesn't. Countries have not decided yet how to fight global warming in their territories, in their states, in their local communities, etc., because they don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't have the time, they don't have the effort to do it. So that is why we need to express our discomfort. We have a voice. The government and its people are nothing without us. We are the ones to make the change, to not make the change, not to ask for it, to demand it. We need to demand the governments, the higher entrepreneurs, the big companies to actually do something in this world so we can live longer and we don't go extinct. Because right now we are finding ways to travel to other planets, to find another Earth. But instead, we should be thinking about preparing our first Earth. So I just want to leave you with something. Lifestyle changes are for better, and probably with all the time, with all the costs, and with all the change that will come into our lives if we actually become determined to stop this, it will be big, and probably humanity or our daily lives that we know are going to change a lot. But it's a risk and a price we need to take to save our planet. We need to reflect on the impact of our actions throughout the years of history of our first civilization, and on how we need to do something more than just reducing the consumption of resources, finding new renewable energies, etc. We need to save our dying world. So, are we going to stop here and watch how things unfold themselves, or are we going to raise our voice to initiate this worldwide change? I'm Kendrick Abrego, and thank you for listening to my TED Talk.